Minister, I am calling on Dáil Éireann to resolve the Health Act 1947, Section 31A, Temporary Restrictions, COVID-19, Number 4 Regulation 2020, SI number 326 of 2020 be annulled. Why? Because of the restriction on events in private dwellings. Because of the restrictions on hotels and throughout the country, the resilience that the hotel industry showed and the reopening was phenomenal. What they did for staycation holidaymakers was absolutely unbelievable. And how do you reward them? More restrictions. They'd done it during everyone doing their staycations. The media looked at this. They showed people that were all over the country doing their staycations, massive crowds. And the hoteliers and businesses looked after them. And now you bring this forward with restrictions. It's an overreach of the government, and it's just too much. I am now calling on the backbenchers to put their money where their mouth is. Are you going to support this annulment for the hotels in Donegal? Are you going to support the pubs in Clare, Limerick and Kerry? Are you going to support this for the IFA, MOCRA organisations that can only have 6 at a meeting? There isn't one bit of common sense to what you brought forward. Look at this House, 159 TDs. They can all turn up to this building today, 159 of them. And yes, we restrict who comes in and out of this chamber, but they can all go to their offices in this one building. That's more than 50, but we're using common sense. Why? We bring masks. Why? We use and keep our health at the forefront. Why can't we give this responsibility to the people of Ireland? The majority of the people in Ireland are responsible. They're responsible for their health, their families, their children and their surroundings. They're not kindergarten children. We have a minority of people that lack the respect of other people. Yes, change things. And there was amendments in this bill last week that could have changed things around and it could be worded differently to deal with those people. But no, you came in with restrictions that are actually no sense whatsoever. Myself, Minister, I have a person in my house that has an underlying condition. This condition was diagnosed in February. I've been coming to this house, keeping all the precautions that I can keep in this house, travelling up and down, watching where I'm staying, keeping within an environment to make sure I keep my family safe. But this means that you're trying to tell me what to do, where to do it. Since the restrictions came in, once you left the speed limit in any large city, this COVID has shown you there was no infrastructure for people to work from home. There was no public houses allowed open. All these restrictions came in place and people honoured this. But there is places that have not opened since the lockdown. But anyone that was in a place of footfall had infrastructure. They could get a taxi to places. They could, whatever they had to do, they were able to get there. Once you leave the speed limit of a city, you are now considered rural because of the lack of infrastructure. There is people now in the cities now are trying to get out to get space because these places are overpopulated. We can see from the likes of the airports what they're trying to do here at the moment is they're trying to get 10 million more people into Dublin, into an airport, while Shannon is being closed. And where are they going for their staycations? Down to Kerry, Cork, Galway, Limerick. That's what they're doing. But no, you invest everything into Dublin. Common sense tells you, open up places, put in the restrictions, and the restrictions there are there for everybody. And the personal responsibility lies with everyone, Minister. And the people that go outside the restrictions, then you deal with them. And the law deals with them. Thank you.